All right, what is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Jarice back at it with another episode of
Real talk.
And another day, another school shooting.
What?
So, in Oxford, Michigan, a 15-year-old teenager has apparently killed 3 people and injured about 6 at the time of this recording. I'm sure more information will be released. That number may or may not increase, but it definitely won't decrease. I know, bad jokes, but anyway, let's take a look at this clip from MSNBC, and then I'll play a clip of a mother and son who was interviewed and asked questions involving said school shooting. So without further ado, ole do it.
At a high school outside Detroit late this afternoon. I want to bring in NBC's Megan Fitzgerald, who is covering this for us. And Megan, I understand from officials on the scene as we are getting this briefing just in that the 3 people killed are believed to be students. Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. The unfortunate news just coming.
So we have a 15-year-old who killed 3 other students who were 18 and under. It's pretty tragic. Pretty tragic, if I do say so myself.
In from authorities that, as you said, 3 students believed to be among those who died. We know a total of 6 people were shot. One of those individuals, we understand, is a teacher. This all happened just before 1 o'clock at Oxford High School. This is about 45 minutes north of Detroit when this shooter opened fire with a semi-automatic gun, according to law enforcement officials.
Shit, let me guess. It was an AR.
But there was a school resource officer who was already in the school who was able to apprehend this suspect within 5 minutes. But understanding that over 100 calls came in to 911, a frantic scene, of course, when you hear guns going off inside the school building there. Police responded immediately with SWAT team, a large response. Buses, we understand, are now taking students home. But a horrifying scene unfolding inside Oxford High School, where we know that there is a suspect in custody right now, no one else that they're looking for, and the gun has been recovered.
Do we know anything about the community or the area where this happened, Megan? Where specifically is it in Michigan?
Right. So, yeah, it's a good question. And to give you some perspective here, it's about 45 minutes north. So it's in Oxford, the community of Oxford. So really just outside of the suburbs of Detroit. We know that this is a tight-knit community. In fact, I had an opportunity to speak with someone who's very familiar with this community and saying this is a close-knit community, of course, excited and getting ready, like many communities across the country, for the holidays. Hanukkah already underway. Christmas just around the corner. When a gunman opens fire inside a high school in the middle of the school day.
What the hell? Who is calling me? Good old mom. I'll call her back. Alright, so now let's get into the interview portion.
Time parents are rushing as much as they can to that Meijer to pick their children up over at the Garden Center. The Meijer's just north of the school. Jason Colthorpe is there.
Oof, this is the roughest looking newscast I've seen in a minute. It's like, yeah, you're a little bit past your prime. You need to get somebody a little bit hotter in here, and I don't know about the dude. I mean, you don't watch the news for a hot guy, quote unquote.
I know you've been talking with parents. Jason, give us the very latest. Oh, as we see people.
Oh, so wait, now niggas like the cops. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Shouldn't he be shooting this unarmed black man? Like, shouldn't he be shooting this unarmed black man? I mean, his hands aren't up, so hands up, don't shoot, right? Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, this is actually Trayshawn and his mom, Robin Redding.
Trayshawn. Oh, God. I swear I can't stand niggas.
Who Trayshawn actually didn't go to school today. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to him. He was
Why wasn't your black ass in school, boy? Better get that education. No. But seriously though, I had a very similar incident to this. Apparently there was a kid with a knife, and I ended up skipping class that day. And then shit broke out over the news. Mom calls me. Why are you at school right now? I'm like, nah. Like, why didn't you go? Didn't feel like it. And it may or may not have saved my life. May or may not have. I don't necessarily know, but chances are.
Actually just briefing police on what is believed to be kind of the threat that was leading up to this. Trayshawn, just a second, I'm going to start with your mom. Walk me through what this was like as a parent, and explain. Trayshawn didn't go to...
All right. If they wouldn't have told me that this was his mom, I would not know that that's a female, because she got a dude face. Like, this bitch is looking like Ezel from Friday.
Oh my God!
Like, what is happening right now?
Go to school today because of a perceived threat, correct?
Well, he didn't go to school today because he was just not feeling comfortable with going to school. He had a conscience of saying, like, I don't want to go to school today, Mom. Can I just do it online? So I just said, okay, yeah. But then before him saying that, he said, Mom, none of the rest of the kids is going today. And I said, why? The rest of them not going? And he said, no. So I said, okay. He said he wasn't answering because all of them always say, I'm ready, I'm up, I'm getting on the bus, or meet me here, that nature, and that wasn't happening today.
And why was that? Was there an uneasy feeling about the...
Oh, and then I don't believe that part right there where they text each other, I'm getting on the bus and golly, I'm up. Like, I don't know no niggas that do that, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe meet me here, but then again, you know, like, we weren't glued to our phones back when I was going through high school, but I don't know. That just sounds weird to me. Like, imagine me texting somebody, I'm up, I'm getting on the... Like, that just seems unrealistic as fuck.
Yeah, he was just, that was just uneasy feeling that he had and didn't want to go.
I just got like a little feeling that like when I got up today, like I text me and my little cousins because I'm a senior, and like they're like a little bit younger than me, so I text them and I was like, is anybody up? Who's going to school? Like, get up, let's go, we're going to school. No one responded, so I'm like, man, this is weird. Like, we never do this. Like, either like somebody's sick or like something's wrong. So I'm like,
what was worrying everybody? There have been some ominous threats posted in recent days. Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. That it is. I've been hearing the threats too, and it's like, you know, kids they play around and say, "Oh, we're gonna shoot up the school," or this.
Bro, like, no. Well, then again, I'm kind of removed from the situation. I've been out of high school for like 10 years or something like that. But bro, like, nobody plays around like that. Nobody back in the day was like, hey man, don't fuck with me, I'm gonna shoot up the school, bro, if you keep... Like, nobody did that. Like, literally nobody. The worst we did at best was we see that one kid and we go, looks like he's gonna be the school shooter. I should probably become friends with him in case somebody's bullying him in a class I'm not with him in. And then he decides to, you know, air this bitch out. Hey, just hit me up. Like, hey, yo, Jerice, don't come to school tomorrow. Like, all right, cool. Appreciate you, bruh. Thanks for the heads up. Like, come on.
You don't supposed to play around with that.
Right.
Like, this is serious. You can't do that. So, I mean, like, it's a lot of stuff that's been going on, you know. This school, it's been tragic, and it's like, I don't even know. It's just...
When you heard about what was going on at school today, you weren't there, but then you learned there's an active shooter. What was going through your mind?
My first thing when I got up, I put my shoes on, put my coat on, I told my mom, come on, let's go.
This boy is cold. Like, y'all need to speed this shit up. It's cold as a bitch. Got all this snow on the ground and shit. Ain't got no damn leaves on the trees. Like, the fuck? Y'all could have did this inside somewhere.
Go. I have a friend. He's more like my cousin. I think of him as my cousin.
And then he got on this thin ass fucking hoodie too. Like, bro, no, the fuck.
And I said he's in there. He's the only one that went to school, and I need to get up there to get him out of that school, because I don't want anything to happen to him.
And he is okay?
Yeah, he is fine. He's at home. He's a little bit scared, but he'll be okay. It's just been crazy.
The threats that we had been talking about, I was just talking to the undersheriff again about that. They're looking into these threats. There was something posted about a deer head. Tell me about that.
That happened like probably like a month ago, which is like somebody cut off a deer head, his neck, about like right on his neck.
An actual deer head.
The actual deer head, blood and everything, and threw it in our courtyard in our school. Which you have to get inside the school to get in that courtyard, and it's outside. And they like drew all on the buildings on the wall looking for our principal. They want to talk to our principal, ask him where he is. I mean, it's a lot to this. I mean, I don't have all the details, but
And they're still investigating. I think it's confirmed if it's connected to this sophomore who pulled the trigger today. And as you guys got here, you saw a couple of the students come out. And I don't want you to name any names because they're still notifying people. But how is that hitting you, knowing that you know some of these kids that were shot today?
I mean, it worries me a lot. I mean, I grew up with these kids for so long. I've been going out here for almost like 4 or 5 years now. And I know of these kids that they're hurt and they're sad. Their parents don't know what to do, but it's going to be okay. God will heal everybody. Everybody will be fine.
We're certainly glad you're okay. And Robin, from a parent's standpoint, talk to me about safety. Do you feel safe letting Trayshawn go back to school here?
No, I do not, because they haven't got this under control. If all these things are already happening, you never know what might happen again. And I'm not finna risk my child being able to get hurt. So I would prefer just to have him online. I'm not sending him back to the school. There's nothing that nobody can say, oh, you going to school. Oh, it's over. You don't know. You can't predict anything for that to happen. So no, I'd rather for him to go online. My condolence goes out to the family and the staffs and all the, the kids that.
That nigga going to warm up. He said, fuck this shit. It's cold. Y'all motherfuckers can stay out here and fucking get y'all interview done. But if you ain't talking to me, I'm out, dog.
Were injured into this and all the trauma ties and things that can cause all those students and staff.
And I've seen a lot of parents today, and they're definitely in a state of shock.
Yes.
Is it that way for you too?
Yes, it is. That's why I was up here like, I can't. I mean, if no one else is gonna let their voice be heard, then mine is gonna be heard. Yeah. You got to be able to get these kids under control. They have to. They have to get this whole thing under control. Security is a must. You can't say it won't happen. This can happen anywhere. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sending my kid back to no school that he can't even sit down and get a lesson to know that I'm gonna get a phone call and say my child been shot or it's a shooting. No, that's devastating. It's crazy.
I can only imagine you must have been thanking God that your son did not go to school.
Yes, I was praying all the way, thanking God, a blessing. Hey, you gotta listen to your kids, and he was very firm of saying, I'm not going.
Yeah.
So.
Robin, we're glad he's okay, and thank you both for talking to us.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. And David Karen, by the way, the undersheriff had just told me a minute ago that we're expecting another briefing coming up at 5 o'clock. It's we still got a long way to go before that, but as they actively investigate some of this, I can tell you that we're across the street from Meyer, where the original staging area was, but there's been all kinds of overflow. And families have come across here, and Homeland Security has reached out to a...
All right, so that's that. So, quick recap. So, we have a 15-year-old, a sophomore apparently, who has killed 3 students, confirmed, and 6 others have been shot. I'm assuming they're in the hospital. They may or may not be in critical care. They could possibly die from their gunshot wounds. There might be more victims discovered later. But at the time of this recording, I highly doubt that, because if this happened at 1 and they only found 6 that were shot, I highly doubt the number is going to increase. So, apparently there were people joking around about a school shooting, and some random person put a deer head on a courtyard that was inside the school in an outside area. So I don't know. I guess it's like in the center of the school. It's like just like an open area that kind of like is outside at the same time. I don't know. The way he described it was kind of weird to me, but And now we are having all these details come out about it, and they have not released the suspect's information, which is an important point because I think that this suspect was, how do I say this? I believe the suspect was an African American male student. Why do I think that? Because the Timothy Simpkins thing that just happened, and with what just happened with Kyle Rittenhouse, and how the news media was quick to try to throw him under the bus, paint him as a conservative, MAGA hat wearing, right-leaning, alt-right, whatever the fuck. I think the fact that they haven't released any details about the suspect yet has to do with the fact that he's African American, and it doesn't promote the narrative. Now, I could be wrong. I will leave room open for the possibility that I could be wrong. This could be a white guy. But I'm thinking that this is going to be a black guy. When all is said and done and they show who it is, if they ever show who it is when he goes on trial and things of that nature, I think this is going to be a black guy, but that's just me. But the story is currently still evolving, and I will definitely be keeping track of this story. But with that, it's been your boy Jarice, back with another episode of
Real Talk.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. I'm almost at 400 subs, so if you can give me a helping hand and subscribe to the channel, help me get ever so close to 1,000. That way I can start taking money from the white man. It'd be much appreciated. But with that, I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. I'm out.
Whoa, dude. This fucking nerdy man needs to stop with all these hard bangers, bro. People that change the world are frightening.